Sorry guys, I just had to basically restart my whole laptop again. Welcome back to the stream tonight. Second try, here we go. So tonight we basically continue to work on the form language design assignment. So everything I just said in the stream before is basically gone. So I will basically just reset it. So welcome everyone. We have the last week of the Brainstorm School week this week. So we have the presentation on Saturday and on Monday, which means we are very busy this week. So we basically have to finish all the designs we just worked on this week. So we have to do all the stuff for the foundation, for the form language class and for the character design class. And tonight we basically gonna work on the form language designs. And I will also stream again this week. I'm just not sure when. I have to figure out how much time I have besides doing all those assignments. And yeah, let's hope the stream or my laptop doesn't broke again. But besides that, I'm happy that you guys join me again and that you also all joined the whole journey of going from the beginning 10 weeks ago to the end. And yeah, this stream is basically the last stream before the final episode. So after that stream I will at the end will do a presentation episode where I want to show all the students' work from all the classes. I think that's gonna be pretty cool, and I also want to talk a little bit about basically about the whole journey from start to finish, and also what is my feedback on the whole Brainstorm courses. I wrote a lot of things down. What you also should, I also made a list on what you should consider when you want to do a Brainstorm class, and I want to talk about that really on the last episode. But until then, we're gonna have this live stream tonight, and we're gonna have probably another live stream this week. But I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to overpromise. But I think we're gonna have maybe another stream on Friday evening. Yeah, and again, I'm sorry guys that the stream broke down. I don't know what happened, but we are back now. And if you guys have any questions, as always, just type it in chat, say hello, and be nice to everyone else. And also feel free to join our Discord community. We now have a Discord community. Just go on the YouTube banner and click the Discord button there, or do it on Twitch. It's also a multi-stream, so we streaming on Twitch and YouTube. At the moment, I think we have 3 people on Twitch and 5 people on YouTube. But I can't see your names or anything, so feel free to say hi just in the chat so I can see who's there. Otherwise, guys, enjoy the stream and let's go to work and have some fun. What I like to do sometimes when I work on stuff, I like to open the image again. And for that you go on Window, Arrange and New Window. And then it basically Photoshop opens the same image again. And I like to have this as a thumbnail. And I like to do that because if you use the thumbnail window on Photoshop, it changes when you zoom in, also on the thumbnail. But when you do it like I did here with the little window, oh, I see you guys actually can't see the window. Let me see how I can do that. I can actually do it like this then. That should work. Let's push that to the side. That should also work, I think. Because that's pretty helpful when you basically zoom in a lot on a piece, is that you double check the image in a small version. That's really important just to see how's the image working, how's the silhouette reading and everything else. I always do that on every image I work on in Photoshop, just to double check. And hi everyone who joined. The chat at the moment is pretty quiet, but I guess it's just gonna take time. Oh, and I just missed the follow. Hey Zonu, welcome to the Twitch family. Is it you actually, Patrick? I don't know if it's Patrick. I have a friend who have the same name. Just say hi if you are it. Okay, I think that's a little bit too blue here. Let's get this a little bit more. Let's darken that. So we need to take a little bit of the information out. Guten Abend, Celine. Good evening. So we have to paint out a little bit of the information here because we actually want the viewer to have them on the selling point, which are those yellow coupons or those like underwater zombie things. How are you doing, Celine? How was your week so far? We can darken that in the back a little bit more. Can actually paint this out. See how that looks. I think that's a little bit better. So this can be better integrated. A little bit darker. Thanks, Gabriel, for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the Twitch family. Last week. Any plans for the next class? It was a bootcamp class, right? So wasn't 10 weeks, right? What is your impression after the class? How do you feel? Do you feel more comfortable with doing all that? Don't worry, man. It's good. It's good. I think in the future I will have to also change the whole streaming only on Twitch. But until then, we also gonna be on Facebook, and I actually like the feature that we can stream on Facebook and on YouTube and Twitch the same time. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, and sorry guys that the stream broke down. I don't know what happened. Just nothing worked anymore. My keyboard, my mouse didn't work anymore, so I had to restart the whole system. But you guys basically missed nothing. Just my first introduction to the stream, and then I just did it again, so don't worry. What are you guys doing? What are you guys working on? Are you guys drawing, painting? I'm basically just finishing this guy here. Like, it still looks a little bit too 3D, and we have to harmonize all the information, and there are a lot of things which are here a little bit messy still. And I'm not sure how far I want to bring this guy in, because I also have a painting for this guy. So I took the 3D model, the 3D mockup I did for this ISO here, and then I put it in a scene, and I already painted the scene, which I don't want to show yet because it's still not done. But I think it's going to be pretty cool at the end. Also, just to see everything, like storytelling is a little bit stronger when you have something like a design and then you put it in a scene and you add some characters or something. And I still have to figure out how the zombie queen is actually gonna look. So yeah, still things to do, but maybe I keep that for the final presentation. Let's see. Thanks, Gabriel. Yeah, my form language is like also Coral for this design, so it just made it sense to use those big shapes. I just love the shapes, and I actually have to take the same shape again also for the zombie queen, so I have to incorporate all that. Yeah. Feel like way more mindful when I'm doing studies in the future. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That you actually like using a study, like doing a study and using it for your later things, for your design stuff. That's really something you have to do over and over to really understand everything. Hey Vuko, Vuki, welcome to the stream. Hey Mando, welcome to the stream. Hey Max, how's it going? Ooh, costume figures. Max, who's the instructor of the class? What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? How's your day going, guys, so far? Greetings back to LA, man. How is the weather / not weather? Hashtag sunny all day. Nice. Nice. I'm working on my design for a final presentation for my brainstorm school project. So I'm currently in the last week of my brainstorm school vlog. So I'm basically took 2 brainstorm classes 9 weeks ago, which are going for 10 weeks. And I vlogged about that on the YouTube channel, and after week 5 we started with projects, and from that point on I switched the vlog to a live stream. So I'm basically working on the designs on the live stream while talking with everyone, and yeah, and I'm basically at the moment working on one of the designs for one of the classes, and I have the presentation on Saturday. And it's basically the setting is an underwater setting. So there's a Egypt zombie queen, which is basically planting zombies underwater on a hot volcano thing. And my form language is a Coral form language, so I'm basically just working on that and trying to design that for the setting. Painting away, Celine. Nice. Andrew Parks? Ooh, nice. That sounds interesting. That sounds really interesting. What are you working on, Mando? By the way, Mando, if you want to join our community, we have a Discord community. It's on the YouTube banner on the top right. There's a Discord button. Feel free to join our art community. We're just hanging out there and share. You can share your artwork, basically. You can ask for feedback, and we share resources and stuff. Feel free to join. Max, I'm pretty good. I'm just very busy, I need to say. Like, of course it's the last week and I want to have good results and stuff, and I worked all day on the character design project already. So I just want to finish strong, guys, you know. I'm very excited that it's the last week and that we have presentation on Saturday, but I also want to make a very good end result. So, and I think I still have a lot of stuff to do, just to communicate my idea the best I can. And we're also gonna have a guest visitor to the presentation. So the teachers invited each a guest to the presentation, and yeah, I just want to make sure that the presentation is top notch. Then, you know, and like I want to push really the designs and everything as far as I can. That's the plan. So it's really like juggling resources at the moment and deciding what to work on, what the design still needs and stuff. So yeah, that's really most stuff I'm doing. So besides this thing here, I also have a painting which I work on, which again I don't want to show it now because it's not very far. Something I work on also, I have still to finish the, or I have to basically here to work on that, which is basically showing, basically I have to communicate how the zombie queen is basically planting those special coupons for the zombies, and then I need to show, okay, how are they actually coming out of this, and maybe how is the zombie looking or something like that. I just need to communicate basically the whole process from start to finish, that everything is well rounded at the end when I present that. Hey Gova, how's it going? Welcome to the Twitch stream, to the multi-stream. Hope you're doing good. And no, I don't want to. What the hell? Ah, that's just the bot. Okay. Please ignore the bot, guys. So, yeah. And now I'm just like refining stuff here and just making it look harmonious. So it's basically an old Egyptian birdhouse here, and it's on top of a thermal volcano, like the underwater volcano stuff. What are you guys working on? What are you guys doing? Celine, do you have a final presentation also for the class? I also have to work a little bit on the silhouette here. There it is. So I need to refine all this here, because it's partially 3D, it's partially photo, so just refining that. We have to get this out because it's very contrasty. Mando, are you talking about the Discord, or what are you talking about? The Insta link? If I can drop my Insta link, or if you can drop your Insta link. We have on the Discord, we have a chat on sharing basically your social credentials, so to speak. You can share your Instagram there, of course. There's a specific channel for that. Feel free to do it. It's really the Discord is really to connect with people. And also, like, we have a lot of people who started having conversations on the chat, which is really nice. So it's basically just a platform for just talking and asking and stuff. Oh, my Instagram. I think it's gonna be, there should be a button also on my YouTube banner. On Twitch there should be somewhere the Instagram button. Sorry, misunderstood that. We have a last assignment and lecture in a couple of hours, but no presentation plus. Ah, okay, cool. But that's great. Celine, did you set which course you want to go for next? Or did you plan to do another course then? Ah, nice, Mando. I'm sorry for the confusion. Just misunderstood that. Okay. Just have to see here where I'm at. Ah, okay. Yeah, still here's a lot of stuff going on, which we have to work on. It's, as you maybe see, it's this is all from the 3D. So basically, I'm using a lot of UV maps, and when you use Blender, there is this add-on which called Lily Surface. You can install that in Blender, and then you can go on HDRI textures, and you basically can load like very fast textures in. And they had, it's this year, this whole ship is basically an old tree texture. And I just tried it, and it just looked perfect for an old rotten ship underwater. Hey Taha, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, and welcome everyone on Twitch, welcome everyone on YouTube. I hope you're all doing great. Feel free to say hi in the chat, so I know who's there. And I'm just continue to work on the design here. Yeah, there will definitely another stream this week. The question is just when. Because I have to progress a little bit more with all the stuff, and I mean, I'm a little bit faster when I don't stream basically. So I like talking and stuff is, you know, it's I'm a little bit slower. So I just have to figure out when is the smartest time to stream and talk with you guys. So I'm basically don't have to make something design-wise while we talk, because I think that's going to be very hard just to think about stuff. Like the big stream we did, you know guys, the 7-hour stream last week on Friday. When we streamed for 7 hours and we did the designs. This was really hard for my brain, just like coming up with designs and talking the same time with you. I'm very surprised that we actually made that whole 7-hour thing to the end. Also, someone wrote me today and asked how to support the whole community we have. Just share the YouTube or share everything else with your friends who also may be interested in our community, or just share our community. I think that's already helped that we can grow our art community, and basically that everyone there. I'm very happy that also a lot of people are already very active on the Discord, so like sharing their work and sharing thoughts and have questions and stuff. And I really try to answer everything as good as I can. It's just sometimes a little bit tricky, so I usually look at least once or twice on the Discord to see if there are any questions, you know. Yeah, so just feel free to just share it with people you think might be interesting. Ah, yeah, true. I completely forgot that you are doing the application. Yeah, but that's smart. It sounds like a good idea, Celine. Also, it seemed like you really kicked ass on your class, so I think you deserve the break. Oh, that doesn't look nice. I actually want to have a whole separation here, but the silhouette doesn't read so nice from far. I don't want to have to stick it out. It's just, maybe I close that again. I just want to show that it's basically partially open, because my two keywords I had were basically layered and broken. That's why I also decided for that corals here, because they really go very well with the layered form language keyword. Again, I always double check the thumbnail here, just to see how it looks in small. So like seeing this dark spaces here, they read very strong because the contrast is very big. That's why it's very important that you double check from time to time how your image looks in a small version. And now we just try to incorporate everything, all the textures and everything, slowly and subtle on the image. Oh, thanks, Mando. Really appreciate the words. Yeah, but I would say it's just a lot of hard work. If you're really interested in where I started, I have a YouTube video where I show my first sketchbook. You can watch that video and see my first sketches, which I did 7 years ago. And you will see that it was really a lot of work until here. But I really appreciate the words a lot. Yeah, Celine, I totally understand that. But do you see it as competition? Because at the end, do you... Ah, you mean the competition for your program you apply for? Oh shit. Oh, I did a curse. I said a curse word on stream. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. Celine, just give everything you have. You will make it. I believe in that. And if you need feedback also on your stuff, just post it on the Discord. If I have time, I love to give you feedback. Hey, Eloise, welcome to the stream. Thanks. I still work on it. It's for the form language class. How's your stuff going? Nice, Mando. I love that. And also, like, all the people on the Discord, they all are upcoming artists. Like, everyone is working on themselves, and I really like that. So feel really free to share your stuff, your thoughts. If you have questions, we really try to support each other. That's really important. But I'm always very curious and all that stuff, so please share that stuff there, and then we can also talk about that. Hey Naveen, how's it going? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Hey Jordan, man, nice to meet you, see you. I don't know. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good, man. Nice, Eloise. You started the 100 Heads challenge. That's great. Have you checked the Pinterest board I sent it you? Yeah, with planes, do you mean facial planes or? Hey Dossie, welcome to the Twitch stream. How's it going? This one for the person who feels alone. This one for the hero who has no home. This one for the one who lives for hope. Changing better days. Pick your head up, keep on fighting. Yeah, when you have question, Eloise, do you go for the 10 days 100 heads, or do you just go for 100 heads in general? Because you don't have to stress yourself too much with the 10 days. I actually did the 10 days, which was really stressful, but it also forces you to get this stuff done. But if you have really trouble to get the things up, you can also take like more time for that. Really, I would really focus on making every drawing as good as you can, you know? Because 10 days 10 heads per day was really stressful. Yeah. Hey Jordan. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, right? To not really meet in person, but it's awesome that you're here, man. Are you working on another video or on a new environment? Always enjoy your videos, man. Everyone, if you don't know Jordan Grimmer, please also check out his YouTube. He make really amazing environment paintings. I also put him on my YouTube on worth to watch it, so I have it on the side. Other channels, and I think he's also in there, so you can also take a look. Okay. You did a black woman statue and it took you 2 hours to make it. Yeah, you know, and that's all mileage. If it takes you 2 hours in the beginning, next time it will not take you 2 hours anymore. Do you feel you learned something from it? Because usually when you really like spend 2 hours on that, I had the same experience. I would say the first 50 heads, they were all not so well looking and they took really a lot of time. But the efficiency really comes with time, you know? The more time you spend, the more efficient you get. Really just focus on quality first, not on quantity. That's really important. And welcome everybody else on Twitch and everybody else on YouTube. We're doing multi-streaming, so welcome. And feel free to say hi in the chat because I don't see your name. And also everyone who just joined, we have a Discord community. It's on the Twitch, on the YouTube banner. It's an art community. We share our artwork and give feedback on the most friendly way. So feel free to join. Hey Matthew, how's it going? Gabriel, didn't you did also the 100 heads challenge? I can't remember. Maybe you have some tips also for Eloise. Ooh, you're working on a new video. Can't wait, man, can't wait. Yeah, we have to do that. We have to do that. Definitely. I wrote it down. We have to do that. Maybe, yeah. I just gonna finish my project here and everything else, and I'm gonna take a break for a while because the last couple of weeks were pretty intense. But afterwards, after that, I would love to do just. We maybe just have to find a day or a time that works for you. Are you still in the UK? Nice, Gabriel. I would be really curious with your style also. I feel like you have a very specific style. I would be really interested if you how it looks, because I feel like if you already establish a style for yourself and you work on a challenge like that, that comes into the work you do basically. That would be very interesting to see. Hey Hakeem, how's it going? How's life going? So, and that you guys don't get confused, we have basically two chats. We have the Twitch and the YouTube chat, so if you don't see some of the things I reply to and respond to, it's basically just the multi-stream. I don't know if it's actually visible on YouTube and on Twitch. You're also in the lockdown? Yeah, okay. But I think then we definitely can make that happen, you know? We can also make just, I don't know, just a chill thing. Not, you don't need to make a demo, or I don't know. We can figure something out, something cool, you know? It really doesn't have to be a super stressful thing. Just we can also just chat and talk about art and life, and I don't know. Let's figure something out. Let's maybe, I don't know. I will message you when I'm back from the dead, basically, and then we can figure something out. That would be nice. You also give me all your secrets on environments. So I need to progress a little bit on that here. Feel like not moving much. Just refining edges. Yeah, and for everyone who missed the stuff before, so it's the last week of Brainstorm. Saturday presentation day for form language for this here, and Monday afterwards for character design. The characters are actually pretty far, so I did a lot of color variations. I sent it an update to Gu, who's the teacher, to just see what is his take on that, and then I will render the guys, and I think you guys have the chance to see the characters on the next stream, because I may be gonna work on them, but it also depends on how far I can push the designs for form language, because we have to present those first. So if I'm not so far with all the stuff, we have to maybe work also a little bit more on the form language things, but I can definitely share the stuff. But at the end, everything else will be shown on the presentation episode. And the presentation episode basically will be a combination of me showing all the final results of the students, because I decided I really wanted to share all this other student work, because I just saw all the work everyone put in, and I feel like it's just an appreciation of all the hard work everybody did in the class. So I felt like this could be a cool thing just to share, not only my work but also all the work of all the students. And I asked them, they're all cool with it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty nice. So I will basically talk about that in the presentation episode, and I also will give the review of the whole brainstorm journey in the same episode. Also talking about what I would recommend to people, you know, like recommending. Ooh, that looks nice. I think that was an accident, but I think we can use that. It's actually cool to give it a little bit more of an interesting silhouette, like adding those little spikes here, like coming out of the material. Yeah, back to the topic. So yeah, basically just giving you guys the review of the class, and also I made a list already on what I would recommend to people who decide to go for a brainstorm class, and because I had really a lot of learnings inside of the class, like things to do also when it comes to productivity, and also when you basically have a full-time job, what to do and stuff. I want to talk about that also, because I feel like it's important, and I don't want to make it like a complete advertised brainstorm episode. I really want to give you guys my honest opinion and everything on that, and I promised that also in the beginning. So yeah, let's check the values. That's okay. Nice, Gabriel. Yeah, so it sounds like you're very busy otherwise, but that's good, right? Busy stuff. And welcome everyone who joined on the Twitch stream. Again, I don't see who's there. Feel free to say hi in the chat. And hi also to everyone who joined on the YouTube stream. Yeah, that's funny, Luis, that you said that with the hatching and shading and stuff. Because for me, I had the experience that the first 50 heads I focused more on constructing the head the most efficient way, you know, like how to draw the highest quality of 10 heads on a day, you know, like what is the most way, because the best way, because all the reference images on the Pinterest board, they are all different, you know. And I also had the habit then to taking the most convincing one first, the easiest one, to just start with the most simple one, to just push my own confidence and then go for the more complex stuff. Yeah. we see about you sharing your secrets with me, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, Gabriel. Absolutely. Give it all you got until someone take you to the top so you become everything that you've been dreaming of. Baby, I've been in LA for too long and I still ain't found a place to call home. So your question, sorry, I have to read it again, Luis. When you did the head challenge, the heads are small, medium or large? Cause I saw you group them in a single paper. It's difficult drawing too small. Yeah, so I can't stand up now. I have my sketchbooks all in a shelf, but basically I did them in a moleskin, and the moleskin is an A5, and I tried to use really one page for 10 heads, which is basically thumb size. So one head was like this, and I also, before I started to draw the 10 heads, I basically decided which will be my selling point, you know, and which will have the most detail, and I want to put the most time in. And all the other heads were like, for example, profile heads, which you saw from the side. They are a little bit simple, and I basically tried to create a composition out of all that heads before I actually started. And that also trained me like looking more onto the shapes and how to plan the whole page for all the shapes I put on the page later on. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I approached it. And I really tried to use the whole space in total. So I had the issue also in the past that I drew stuff too small, but really you have to force yourself again and again and again to just draw a little bit bigger. And when you have something you like from the reference, really try to go for that first, you know, go for the big one first and then go to the small one. It's what I would recommend, you know. But if you have questions about the 100 Heads Challenge, also just again hit me up on the Discord, on our Discord server. Really feel free to do that and just ask. I would love to give you feedback or help you. You know, I am always answering your question. And hello everyone else who joined on Twitch, on YouTube. Welcome to the multi-stream. Feel free to say hi on the chat, so I see your names. Yeah, fundamentals are really key, Celine. That's true. Do you feel that you have some weaknesses in some areas while doing the course? I mean, if so, that's also very valuable, I feel, you know. Hey Tom, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Every time I say good, my Google on my phone starts. It's so annoying. I don't talk to you, Google. Yeah. I would love to start some Pirates of the Caribbean music here to just fit the setting, but yeah, I don't want to get blocked by any licensed stuff here. Just imagine the Pirates of the Caribbean music, guys, okay? Yeah, and yeah, we basically paint on that guy here today. He's still a little bit messy. Yeah, the assignment is going really good, Tom. It's just stressful. It's just really a lot to do. But yeah, it's the last week. It's the last week. Presentation is on Saturday, and the other presentation is on Monday for the character design. Nice. How's it going for you? I've not made it yet. We are close, but it's not. We are not done yet. It's still. I have to finish this guy. I have to basically start with this. This is just a 3D mock-up base where we have to explain the growing process of those yellow things here. That's what we have to do. Then I have also a painting and an environment painting for this concept also, which gonna shows like how the backstory is and everything else that we have to finish. And then I also want to do the concept of the zombie queen, who is basically like the admin of growing all those zombies on this thing. So we have at least 4 different concepts or 4 different visuals for the concept, you know. And then we also have to finish all the characters for the character design assignment. But we already passed the color stage. We wait for the feedback of Gu, who's the instructor. I sent him an email today to see what he thinks. Basically, I gave him some different variations, and then we're gonna basically paint or cell shade the characters until Monday. Then we're done, basically. And then I also have to do an episode for you guys to do the presentation episode. Hey Peter, how's it going? You're studying concept art and 3D related master. We're currently designing Vikings and Romans. Any suggestions? Suggestions on what specifically, Peter? Can you elaborate a little bit more? What do you want suggestions on? Like reference wise or I don't know, story wise? What do you want to know? Thanks, Naveen. I really wanted to go as crazy as possible with all the concepts in form language because I really want to play with all the stuff. Oh, Celine, you don't have billion weaknesses. That's not true. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. It's like when you do it, like when you're into the process, it feels like stress. But when you go closer and closer to the end, you know, at least for me, I get this happiness feeling of like getting things done and finishing the class and everything. And I really need to say, like, that's also a big plus for a program like Brainstorm, that you're forced to finish stuff. Because when you do projects on your own, as some of you maybe also experienced, that you start with the stuff but you don't finish it. But when you do a class like this, you basically are forced to finish all that. That's really nice. Yes, Naveen, I like New Year Bees, but I can't play them. Celine, you know what is really good for that? How to Render by Scott Robertson. Because he explained every single material, how to render that. At least me helped that really a lot. So let's do this a little bit. We are basically looking for shapes, poses, and they have to look kind of original and have some personality, but no colors or big details yet. So you do character designs. Okay. I mean, what you could do, I would recommend also to look at. You said what, Vikings and Romans? Look at the concepts for the latest Assassin's Creed, for example. They were a lot of Viking concepts, and I don't mean like copy them, but look at the designs and look how they used reference to make the designs, and look at the shapes. I would recommend that to really learn from all the designs that they already did. But again, not copying them, but use them as a guideline, you know, on how to use a reference for that. Other than that, yeah, just desk research, or use Lightshot. Lightshot is a pretty nice program which makes your image research a little bit more efficient. What is that? Yeah, man, Tom, I totally understand it. Of course, Scotty again. Scott Robertson is the best, really. He's really the king of education, if you ask me, when it comes to drawing in perspective and stuff. He knows so much. I think even if you ask the other people like John Park and all the other great people like John, for example, he learned from him. Also Ben Morrow and all the other guys, they all learned from Scott Robertson. He's really, yeah, he's such an icon. Ooh, there's a small tangent here. We don't want tangents. Cleaning the edges. This lower part here is a little bit too bright still. Every time I try to talk about a situation, my words fall on deaf ears with more confusion. I also don't want to make too much of them. It's just have to be look natural. So still this doesn't look very integrated here. And welcome everyone who just joined Twitch and joined on YouTube. We're doing a multi-stream, so feel free to say hi in the chat, because I don't see your names. What I will do with all my freedom? That's a good question. I think I will sleep, and I will sleep a little bit more, and then I haven't thought about that, you know. The problem is I already had so much new ideas on more YouTube videos and more projects and stuff, but I really want to slow down a little bit. It's also the end of the year, so I definitely want to spend more time with my family. Because I really, I was very self-focused the last 10 weeks, obviously, and I really have to give my private, personal life a little bit more attention, because it's not fair if I just focus all on me, you know. But that's definitely a big part, and besides that, I guess I will also play some games. Doing some art streams, and I think I will also finish or I will continue to work on this stuff here, because I feel like after the class is done I want to bring all the stuff to a more polished look, maybe to decide if something from the classes could go in my portfolio, you know. Because I learned so much and I invested so much time. It would be pretty sad if I don't push it further and then have a nice portfolio piece maybe, I don't know. It really depends. But thanks for asking. Alright, Gabriel. Enjoy work, man. And happy that you joined the stream. Have an awesome evening. Yeah. Yeah, he got really a lot of stuff on YouTube. I don't know, he stopped at some point. Maybe some personal things in his life, I don't know. You never know the backstory. What is the reason, but he was very active back in the days. We have to paint out all the fishes here. They are not supposed to be there. They also look gigantic. Giant fishes. Oh, it looks a bit too busy. Yeah, absolutely. And Jamie Jones, yeah. Could you imagine like Jamie Jones as a mentor? I'm so jealous of Ross that he had Jamie Jones as a mentor. Yeah, you know, like also when you want to practice color, like doing speed paintings, mood paintings for environments really helped me personally to improve my colors, because you work a lot with moods and stuff, and with basically with light. So you learn how objects behave when they get hit by light, and you also learn how to manipulate the colors to your advantage. It's my pleasure, Gabriel. Have a nice evening. Oh, Naveen, I don't know. I guess you really have to enjoy, you have to really enjoy making videos, you know? And I think also for those huge YouTubers, it's also a business, you know? It's a little bit like work. So, like also for people like Mr. Beast and stuff, I think they just enjoy videos and they also enjoy a good challenge. I think like Mr. Beast, I just saw a video about him. He was doing just videos because he really enjoyed it, and I think if you have a passion for something, you will never really stop doing it, you know? I really love the colors on this here. Just actually from a reference image. I don't know if I have the image still here. I don't know. What are you guys working on? And welcome everyone who just joined to the stream. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or lunchtime, wherever you are. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Again, I don't see the names. Just thinking about how to harmonize all that information here. So, do we have that on an extra layer here? No.
Oh my god,
Okay.
never thought I'd ever hear MGMT again. But guess who popped up on the Yo Gabba Gabba Spotify station yesterday?
Let's paint that out. Get out of my image. Oh, we still have fishes here. Basically all the fishes guys here, I used them to imagine how those yellow zombie coupons would look, and I just put them in because I felt like the way they are on the image feel very natural. So basically just the plan is just painting over all the fishes. I mean, we could basically have some fishes here. I just don't want to distract the viewer too much. So the concept is the most readable as possible.
This may seem like a stupid question.
Oh, this music
but
again.
Is breast milk vegan?
Art War 2? What is Art War? Hey coach, how's it going? Thanks for the like on the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you well. You know about TMG. TMG, what is TMG? Sorry. Naveen, can you say what is TMG? Speed painting is such a struggle for me. Need to practice that indeed. Yeah, I mean, speed painting is also something which is, you know, there's the possibility that you have the trap of not make an efficient speed painting. So it's very, very hard to digest technically what you want to achieve. When we say we do a speed painting in 30 minutes, for example, 30 minutes is really not much. Then you have to really think about, okay, what do I want to achieve? That's like, you know, that's why I also never like to do speed paintings which are just like 30 minutes. I personally like to do stuff which is a little bit longer. But like doing like a painting, maybe don't call it speed painting, maybe call it just a rough mood painting, for example, which could take you an hour, like a sketch, basically. What is John doing, you know, on his lunch break every day? That's what I was talking about. And if you do that and you just try to make a simple composition, maybe not too crazy, but work on light and colors with a story, like with the intention to tell a story, then this is a very powerful practice, if you ask me. Always, life is always treating you well. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much, coach, for the nice words. I really appreciate that coming from you. And I really missed the time. The time back then. But yeah. That's the past. But I'm happy to hear from you. That's awesome. It's a contest on QBrush forums, Mark Renee's site. Okay, Taha, I don't know that contest. Okay. Is it like a design contest or what's gonna be? Tiny Meat Gang, Cody and Noel are YouTubers. No, Naveen, I don't know them. Is there something special about them? Or why do you ask? Yeah, Celine. It doesn't mean that you don't take reference. You always need to use reference. Like the painting practice doesn't mean you have to do that without reference. Nobody say that. In fact, you always should use reference, because saving basically all the informations of how light works, how objects react when they get hit by a certain type of light. I don't know how a car looks, you know. That's all those information. If you're not Kim Young-ji, you know, like how do you know that? So if you do those speed paintings, always do take like 1 or 3 reference images on the side. I always would take at least 1 image for the light condition, 1 image for the sujet or for the subject, basically, what you want to show and what you want to use to tell story, and yeah, and maybe something for color, you know. At least like 3 reference images, not too crazy, like that you don't spend too much time. What you also can do, you can pre-plan that, like every evening, the day before you do the painting practice, you take the reference you want to use, and then when you do it actually on your lunch break or whenever you do it, then you are prepared. Sorry, Taha, I have to read it again. It used to involve both character concept sheets and illustration, but now it's focused on illustration, but the character still needs to be original. Oh, that sounds very complex. And how much time do you have for that, Taha? No, Celine, absolutely not. That's good that you always use reference and always continue to use reference. Professionals are always using reference, always. That's also why people use photo bashing, because you have the information there. So also it's free, you know. I mean, it's when I say it's free, it's up to you how you decide what to use at the end. You know, it's really, you can decide if you want to also use some photos or some textures of photos just to indicate a little bit more of what you show. Nobody say that you have to paint it from the ground up and draw it from the ground up completely. It's really about those. It's more about the habit of creating and analyzing and stuff, you know. Hakeem, any tip on practicing brush economy? I often just lose myself in painting. It feels like painting slow-mo. You could use a speed boost for your portfolio. First of all, like, just don't go for a speed boost. Because it'll really take your time for your portfolio. It's your quality work, so you basically want to show your best work to the client that basically hires you for work. So really take as much time as you can. And if you don't have much time left, and that's why you say speed boost. Yeah, it's really tricky. Brush economy. So I would always try to work on the selling point. Ask yourself, what is the selling point? What do you want to show? What is your focus? You know, and put there the most detail, because you at the end you want to create a composition and you want to manipulate the eye of the viewer. If you have something you want to show, if it's an opening or if it's a person who shoots on another person, you always want to bring the eye of the viewer to the subject. So try to focus on the subject first and try not to detail everything in a painting, because if you detail everything, nothing is detailed anymore. And that's really something you have to that's also an experience thing, but what you also can do, like brush economy wise, start big, like do big brush strokes and try not to go too small in brush strokes, you know, in the beginning. Like really start with a big brush and then work from big to small, and then really make yourself a list, like what is your priority, like what is the first selling point, what is maybe the second selling point, and then work on that. Like but yeah, I think I also have a video on brush work. It's a little bit older, but you can look on my channel, but I'm not 100% sure if I also talk about brush economy and efficiency there, but it could be, so maybe that also helps. Otherwise, just hit me up again on the Discord. Oh really? That's interesting. Don't say that. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was really a long road. Yeah, and I had to make the switch from. I think the last time when I played for Adler, it was in 2013, I think. And I think I just had an injury or something, and then I stopped playing. And then I still studied management, and I stopped with management, and I really hit rock bottom a little bit because I did not know what to do. And like, really from someone who never drew or painted before, it was really a lot of work. But yeah, it's true, sky's the limit. You can learn everything you want to learn. But I'm happy that everything is good for you also, and I hope also everyone is healthy in your family, everything is good. Do you still coach somewhere? Ah, okay, Naveen. I didn't know that. I would check it out. Okay, 2 months. Taha, that looks quite. Sounds reasonable. Sorry, I forgot. Was your plan now to rework it and put it into your portfolio, or just to work it just for fun? Hey Claudia, how's it going? How's life going? You're welcome, Hakim. I hope it helps. Again, if you have questions again, feel free to hit me up on the Discord. And if you're not on the Discord, just check out the YouTube banner on the right. There must be a Discord button, and you can join our community. We also give feedback there, so if you're not anxious about showing your work, or about sharing your work before you want to publish it, or I don't know, work in progress, you can share it there, and we also give feedback there. I'm doing great, Claudia. Thanks. I'm just very busy, as usual. It's the last week. Still working on the stuff for the form language presentation. The presentation is on Saturday. And I still have a lot of stuff to do, a lot of concept work and stuff. But everything is going, so yeah. I would say life is good. I do what I love, and the project is coming to an end, so all good. How's it going for you? Hey Pablo. Hey Pablo, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing good. And don't call me that. I hope you had a good day at work. Yeah, that's actually a very interesting approach, Taha, to do that. Also, you have the direct comparison then, right? Of all that. And I feel like we have to proceed a little bit with that. But I love that you guys are very active on the chat. Nice, Coach. Have a nice evening. Was great to I don't know, have a chat talk with you, if we can call that. Greetings to your family. And a nice evening. Eloise, sorry, I have to read that. When you do portraits and head drawings, do you stick with those basic rules on thirds and proportion stuff? How do you think the sketch phase, like what do you go after on the reference? Oh, that's a big one. So when I look to draw the head or the reference, I look for the silhouette. So what is an interesting silhouette? Like not only a head which basically which is just I don't know, when I look on a portrait, for example, it's a man with a beard, I look at the beard, like, is it an interesting shape? Can I turn the drawing a little bit that I basically make the silhouette of the shape of the beard a little bit more interesting? Or if it's an accessory, like, I don't know, like jewelry or anything else, I really look for that. I also look for different proportions, like on female faces. What looks interesting to me, you know? Like you have to ask yourself, okay, if I like the image, what do I like about the image, and what do I want to convey to the viewer, or what do I want to study? Because you also have to see this whole thing a little bit as a study. So definitely look at the silhouette, look at the things which are interesting for you, and then you're good to go, I would say. And if I do rule of thirds, no, not really. And proportions, just, yeah, I try to hit the proportion as real as I can, just to learn from it. I hope that answers your question. Awesome, Hakim. Happy to see you on the Discord then. I hope you have an awesome evening, Pablo. I feel honored that you decide to spend your evening with me. With me making more art. Awesome, Claudia. What are you up to? What are you doing? And welcome everyone else who just joined on Twitch or YouTube. We're making a multi-stream, so feel free to say hi in the chat, because I don't see your names. And we are continue to work on the final projects for the 2 brainstorm classes. It's the last week and still a lot to do, but we are positive as usual, and we give our best to finish this whole journey as good as we can. And also we created a Discord community, as mentioned already last week. So feel free to join our community. It's an art community. Basically, we share our artwork and we talk about stuff and give each other feedback. And we are still very new, so if you're interested in joining, there is a button on the YouTube or the Twitch banner. Feel free to join our community. Still don't like this part here. I think we just use the clone tool here just to, because the color variation I have from the reference is really nice, so I think I will just use the clone stamp tool here to copy all the detail we already established. But we have to make sure that we don't make it too bright everywhere, so it is really on the selling point and we can communicate our idea as best as possible. Also, like when you use photos, really, you have to work very gently because when you paint too much on the photo, it happens that you have to do way more work, because then you have to catch up with your painting to the detail you have from the photo, basically. So yeah, working with photos is also something you have to learn over time. But when you know how to use them, it's really powerful, because you save a lot of time. Oh, we still have fishes here. Get out of my image. I don't know. Maybe we keep one fish. But it looks very big compared to the other stuff. Maybe we just make him smaller. Like a small fish. No, it's too big. Yeah. Amazing. How long I will stream? Probably until 10 at least. So my stream broke up in the beginning, so I had some technical issues and I had to restart the stream. And the plan was at least to stream for 3 hours. I think that's a very solid time. The second last stream last week on Friday was 7 hours, which was a little bit too extreme. So yeah, to answer your question, I will stream definitely until 10. And maybe a little bit longer, it depends on how far I progress. And if I'm not fast enough, I will end the stream at 10 and then I will spend a little bit more time on doing the stuff. Because there's so much to do. What are you up to, Pavel? What are you doing? Yeah, have you tried the Riley method, Luis? The problem with those methods is when you use them, that it happens that when you stick very close to it, that your drawing can look very stiff and you lose the likeness. So it is good if you know how to construct a head and use it also, but don't stay too close to it. Because the thing is, like, the method is maybe good to construct a head on your own and to understand how the forms of the head are working, but every head is different, every human being is different. So also every nose got a different shape, every skull has a different shape. So if you just construct them, they will always look the same. So really don't try to stay too close to that, you know? Again, it's a good practice to construct a head, just for your drawing skills and for your understanding and perspective and stuff, but at the end, yeah. Nice, Claudia. Yeah, you know, I wanna see everything. Show all the drawings. All right, Pavel. And welcome everyone who joined on Twitch and everyone who joined on YouTube. I saw we got some new people, we lost some people, or some people moved on. What is that? I think I've learned. Yeah, it's interesting, right, Eloise? Sometimes, yeah, I absolutely agree on that. yeah, again, I mean, it helps on understanding the way a head is working in perspective, or how the form of the head is basically looking in perspective. But again, every head, every person got a different shape, a different a different form. We can actually darken this a little bit more. But not too much. If we darken it too much, it gets too contrasty, and then remove the viewer away from the selling point. And I like the bounce light here. That's pretty nice. It's slowly coming together, but there's still a lot of stuff to do. But if we can finish this guy today, we have one thing done for the presentation. 4 more to go. But this is one of the more important parts to communicate the design of the scenery. That's why I wanted to go first with that. Also, the thinking process here is not so big for me, so it's easier to talk to you guys and working on that. I still don't like this part here. So I have 2 design keywords for this. So our form language is Coral in our group project, but my keywords are broken and layered. That's why I put in those coral shapes here in this layered way. And that's also why the architectural thing in the middle is broken and open, and under that is one of those underwater thermal geysers. They have a very specific name. I don't know the name in a moment. Yeah. And on the painting, I already started. There's actually this building, and you see how it's actually behaving in the environment. But this is also not done, so I don't want to show it now. I just want to push it a little bit further. And yeah. And when we're done with that, we have to make the zombie queen. And we also have to start with this also. Oh, we have so much to do. So much to do. This could be actually more broken here. Open. Yeah, and when you check the values, you basically want the highest contrast on your selling point. So you make sure that the viewer is actually looking to the point where you want to have them. I feel like those things coming out of this architectural thing could be a little bit more stronger. Also, this building is based on one of those old Egyptian birdhouse, because the culture we have for the underwater culture is Egyptian, and I felt like it was perfect with this vertical structure to put the corals on top. It was just like perfect matching. Hey Ilknur Ibrahim, welcome to the stream, and thanks for the follow. Yeah, and again, Luis, if you have questions, just you can always ask. Like, also getting good at drawing is it's mileage and it's the way of understanding. But like really drawing in a sketchbook that you do that on a regular basis, like every day, that already will help you so much in your development. Because when you can draw well, learning to paint is way easier. Trust me. Like image making in general, like I would always recommend people first to learn how to draw very well, to understand perspective, to understand like most of the things. But drawing is really the biggest core technique you have to manage before you move into more complex stuff. Also, it's the best way to communicate things. Oh, is anyone experienced in Procreate? Does anyone has a tip for Hakim how to check the values? Because I don't have any experience. I mean, I have experience on Procreate, but I'm not so advanced that I can say I know any trick. I mean, couldn't you put a layer with black on top and put it to saturation maybe, like in Photoshop? But still, yeah, but that's not a shortcut, right? Yeah, yeah. Also, like when you, at least when you start to draw digitally, it's also, I would say do both, but focus more on traditional. Because the eye-hand coordination also, traditional, is a bit easier. I mean, it also depends on when you do digital, if you use a Wacom tablet or a Cintiq. But I would always recommend to really start with traditional. Also when it comes to painting and everything else. But I also started in the beginning with digital stuff, and then I regretted. And then I started to draw in a sketchbook every day. And while I was studying, I drew every day in a sketchbook. Every time I was on the train, I was sitting in the university and there was a presentation I had to listen to. I was always drawing. It's really like drawing, and drawing in a sketchbook is really your bread and butter. Definitely in the beginning. I also need to admit that in the moment, for example, I don't draw in my sketchbook just because I draw and paint so much in Photoshop here all day, but usually like I have the habit of drawing at least once per day in my sketchbook, if it's just a small sketch. But I also get problems now, like I have so much books and so much sketchbooks which are full, and I don't know where to put all that stuff anymore. Before I get new sketchbooks, I need to buy a new shelf. I really want to be careful with that opening here, because now it creates a lot of contrast, because it's a big dark shape, and I want the focus here on top. So yeah, but I just don't want to have like the simple boat here in the middle, you know. It should be an interesting shape also. And I like it when it looks a little bit like there's something can possibly comes out of that. actually could do, we could bring this a little bit more, so that's like going into the thing a little bit more. No. I think to answer your question about the brushes, I was lucky in the beginning that I had someone who worked already as a concept artist who told me brushes doesn't matter, and he told me to just paint with a hard round brush and a soft round brush, because at the end it's all about edges. And when it comes to textures, like texture brushes can save your time, but the problem is if you're not so experienced and you have too much brushes, you are so overwhelmed with all the brushes, and the most important ones are really a hard round brush and a soft round brush. And that's also, like you see on the screen here, those are like, that's why those are on top here. Like it's a hard round brush and a soft round brush, and this is just a different hard round brush with opacity on. So basically, just to show you, that's the hard round brush. That's the hard round brush with opacity on, like it's still a hard round brush. And then the soft round brush. And those other ones here are just the ones I use the most for painting. Like this one here. This one I did myself once. And this one here, I don't know where I have this. But this is already super textury. Like this is something I would not use so much. Like the most important ones are those here. The hard round and the soft one. And if you're really starting with digital painting, start with that and stay to that. Because, I mean, after 7 years of digital painting, I still stick to those two brushes. Because at the end, it's all about edges, you know? It's about edge control. When it comes to painting, at least, it's about edges and edge control. When it's about drawing, it's different, because then you can do like a drawing brush, but I also stay very simple with that. So, yeah. And you can basically paint an image with just one brush, so really try not to make it too complicated. Hakim, that was just the first thing which came to my mind, to be honest. I did not know if that was actually working. It was just like an idea, but awesome that it helps. Celine, when do you have to share it? If you want, you can send it to me via Discord. I can look over it after the stream, if you want. I don't do my own brushes anymore. I'm just too busy with other stuff. I just have those basic brushes here and that's it. And sometimes I collect one brush here and there, but I don't do my own brushes anymore. Because at the end I always use the same brushes over and over. Okay, but we already progressed with this guy a little bit, that's nice. Hey Alexandra, welcome to the stream. How's it going? What do I usually do when I have no clear idea what to draw at all? That's a good one. So what I would do, I would look for. Yeah, that's a really hard question, because most of the time, if I don't have the clue of what I want to draw, that's what I learned, is that this is actually the indication of I should take a break. Because if the creative juice, so to speak, is not there, I decide to, and it's what I learned about myself personally over the years, that I just take a break and do something else. So I don't do any art. Because if I don't feel inspired by something, usually I tend to force myself too much, you know? But when it comes to work, like being in a studio, you get paid by the studio to produce work, right? And you have no real idea to start. Always research. So keyword research, image research. So if you have no idea, start to look at different images, maybe on Pinterest, interesting things which you are interested in, which create an emotion or an emotional connection, or things you want to tell, because most of the times it's about story. So ask yourself, what type of story you want to tell. Do you want to do a character? Do you want to do an environment? Do you want to do a creature? Do you want to do architecture? That's things I would try to answer. And what is really the purpose of me drawing? Do I just want to draw for fun, just for doodling around, you know, like not losing, just getting to do's off, basically? Do I want that, or do I want to really create something which, I don't know, want to post on Instagram or whatever? By the way, that should never be the intention, to do any artwork. But yeah, that's just questions I would ask myself. And then at the end, if you have a rough idea, you know, like a character, I would start with keywords. Keywords are always great. And it's such an easy thing, you know? If you want to do something, I don't know, if you want to do something with a cat, just Google cat, the word cat, and look at the images. And then when you start to look at the images, you already will start to get ideas in your head. That's what I would do. Like writing words down and then Googling those words, and then maybe doing an image research, you know. But the thing is, I would never, like, again, it's my personal experience. You doesn't have to do it like I doing it, but I just learn for myself. If I don't have, if I'm not really inspired by something, it just my mind needs some creative fuel, you know, which could be reading a book. When you read a book, for example, you have the ideas written there, and your head already gives you images. If you watch a movie, it could be just a super awesome composed, beautiful movie. I don't know. They're like endless things. Like you have to really, I mean, you know yourself best, right? So you have to think about, okay, what do I get inspired of? And I would do something like that. And sometimes, if you have no idea, doing something completely else, like going for a walk, doing sport. Yeah, so, you know, when I don't do art, the other things I do is I do sport. I go to the gym. I really enjoy that. I spend time with my girlfriend. I don't know. I watch movies, read a book. Also, like, I mean, I also do YouTube, right? So I do research on how to get more views on YouTube, or how to make better YouTube videos, or I don't know. Like, just like, there's like, I think it's also when you an aspiring artist, it is sometimes really hard, because you see all the people creating and everyone is posting their work on Instagram, and everybody's like doing, and you feel forced to do something, you know, but maybe you're just empty creatively, or you are overworked or whatever, and then you feel forced to do something, but at the end maybe it's not the right time for you. No? So just try to listen to yourself a little bit. I hope that helps. Yeah, Pavel. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just my personal experience, because I had the same problem or the same situation as Alexandra so often, that I feel forced to do any art. But the best is actually to take a break, you know? If you don't come up with ideas, just realize your brain is not working the most effective at the moment. Give your brain a break. You know, it can be also sleep. Sometimes I just take a nap, and after a nap I'm ready to go again. Talking about movies, animations, which aesthetics you find more appealing and try to bring to the art you do, not for work. And for work also. That's a good question. So you movies and animations, which aesthetic? To be honest, I enjoy a lot of things. I know that's maybe not the best answer to that question, but it's very broad, you know. I enjoy watching, like, I for example enjoy those old Disney movies like Hercules from 1997. I just enjoy those, the look of it, and I love the backgrounds, I love the animation. It is simple and it is colorful and effective, and I just enjoy it. And it's also, I have a lot of like childhood memories, but I also love dark sci-fi movies, everything from Blade Runner, Star Wars, all those iconic things, and I try not to I also never thought really so much about an aesthetic which I try to copy or something. I just enjoy those, I just try to enjoy things I enjoy as much as I can, if you can say it like that, you know. So yeah, The Fifth Element, old movies like which are aesthetically pleasing, then also things like Ghost in the Shell, the original, then anime like Cowboy Bebop. I love Cowboy Bebop, I don't know why. It's just the combination of those, the setting and everything. I just enjoy the setting. I like fantasy, every type of fantasy. I also like manga. I love different styles of manga. Video games. I buy also a lot of art books. The latest art book I bought is this one. It's the God of War art book. I always wanted to buy it, and I just forgot to buy it basically. And Norris Lin, who's my teacher in foreign language, he's working for Santa Monica Studios, and we were talking so much about God of War and stuff, and not about what he's working on, but on things they do when they approach stuff, all the art and stuff. So I just decided to buy the book, and yeah, art books like that. So very broad. Yeah. What do you enjoy? And by the way, welcome everyone who joined the stream on Twitch or on YouTube. I see we have some new people here. Feel free to say hi in the chat so I see your names. If you have any questions or anything, just type in the chat below. Also for the people who joined who maybe don't know, and I'm sorry for the others who heard this many times today again, but we have a Discord community. It's an art community. If you want to join the community, there is a Discord button on the Twitch or on the YouTube banner. Feel free to join our community. We basically share our artwork and we talk about art and give each other feedback, and yeah. And it's a pretty new community, so feel free to join. And we have a lot of active people there, which is cool. Hey Suduras, how's it going? Yeah, the God of War art book is so good. Absolutely. They also had so much designs I really appreciate. That's why I have it here on the desk at the moment. So sometimes also if I not 100% sure what to do, I just look in it. How are you doing? How was your week? I wonder if I should do something like that. Not so sure. Just again checking the values. Values are the most important thing. Yeah, and process-wise also, for this one, as you remember on the big stream, if you maybe joined the big stream last week, we did those grayscale sketches for the designs. And I presented them in class, and I talked to my teacher about it. And we talked about it, what could be nice, what could be an interesting concept. And I basically just sketched a little bit more over it, and then I decided to do a 3D mockup. So this structure here and the ship were basically 3D things I built in Blender. And the building here, there was a base cylinder below, basically just for the light, because I made something like a light, and this is meant to be basically an image which explains the design. We later on have a painting where everything is like coming together. It's gonna be underwater, and there are gonna be a lot of things happening in the image. So this image here is more to explain the structure, basically. Yeah. And I spent like, I don't know, I actually did not spend too much time, like I think 4 hours on the 3D part. The good thing is, like, when you have a design sketch already, you have a rough idea where to go, and if the design sketch is more detailed and you solved more problems, then you basically, it's easier in 3D and it goes way faster. Oh, I think that's a little bit better here. Like that opening we had before, that looked a little bit like not matching the other shapes we created. So there should be a good big, medium, small read shape wise. Can darken that also. That's a little bit more in the shadow. Yeah, you know, Eloise is also, that's why I really love to watch new things, which are completely unfamiliar to me. I really enjoy things I know already, and sometimes, you know, that's something I have, which I think a lot of people do, but I'm the type of person, I can watch a movie I like over and over and over. There are so many movies I just watched for so many times. And I still can do that. My parents in the past always did fun about that. That I, as a kid, watched the same movies every morning, the same movie again and again. So I think I just appreciate good visuals and stuff, you know. But yeah, I also like, I'm always happy when I discover new stuff. I feel like, for example, like anime, like certain anime, I'm very surprised about certain anime when I would usually never like those type of animes, and I give them a try, and when they surprise me, like, and with surprising I mean I feel entertained by the anime and I watch them continuously. Yeah, hard word. Yeah, you mean the design of Freddy? I know, Charlie the turtle. Yeah, it's a really great design. Have you seen the making of God of War? They talked about the process, like how they brought the design. They brought the design of the turtle to life, and also the decision making was really interesting. It's also very entertaining seeing Cory Barlog running around, keeping people busy. Magic the Gathering? Yeah, that's for example something I was never so into. But I know a lot of people who also want to work for Magic. But that's a good goal for you. It's great. Keep that goal. Nice. Like on big image? What do you mean, Sudoris? I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean with like on big image. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like this part here is not reading so well, so maybe... How would that work? The readability is not so strong. Again, zooming in, zooming out really helps to see if you have any issues on a painting. Helps the readability. No. Welcome everyone who joined on Twitch, on YouTube. Feel free to say hi in the chat so I see your names. Celine, that's an interesting question, and I have a lot of female colleagues. Vuga actually have a very high female rate. I don't know the numbers, but I don't want to say anything wrong, but I believe it's I don't know if it's 60-40, like 60 men, 40 women, female, but I'm not 100% sure. But we have a lot of, I have a lot of female coworkers, a lot of artists, 3D artists, UI artists, producers, yeah. Yeah, I create one. I already started the underwater image. I already spent a half day on that, like the painting. But yeah, it's still not very far, so I don't want it to show it today. I want to keep it a little bit I want to make it an eye candy basically, so I can share it when it's done. But yeah, that's actually something I also did. So it's a big painting where this 3D thing is inside, and like the zombie queen who's resurrecting all the zombies out of those yellow things. And I simultaneously started this and started the painting because it helped me to think about the design and what could be an interesting storytelling part, and what do I have to also show here on the design image basically. But yeah, this also, like, this needs also this here, so I have to, this is just the base mesh here. I basically have to show here how the zombies are growing out of those yellow things, so I basically have to paint one of those yellow things on top, and then on the right one they should come out a zombie or something. That's at least the goal to do. So we have that together with this and with the image, and when we then finish also the zombie queen, which I haven't started yet, I just have it in my head. In my head I started it, but yeah. I think when we have all that, we are very solid on a presentation already. And welcome everyone who joined on Twitch and on YouTube again. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Yeah, yeah, I think it's, I don't know, Celine, I haven't worked in too many studios. And yeah, there were a lot of, like, more men than women, definitely. But I also feel like more and more women are, like, working in the industry. So I would not get discouraged by that. If that's a thought of you. But you're kicking ass, so don't worry about that. My voice is going away. Eloise, is your question about building, like, getting more, getting an audience on Instagram? Also, is your question more about getting seen on social media, or what is your question about? Okay, so first of all, I would never ever let social media dictate what I want to do art-wise. So even if it's bad or loosey or ugly or not, if it's high rendered, at the end, I know it's maybe not the best advice you can give, but in my opinion, don't get dictated by any social media thing, not by time pressure or what it is, because I always think about quality and quantity, and I know things like Instagram work best if you post every day. That's how those things are built. And I also had the habit sometimes of posting every day, but not for too long, because if you're an artist, you have to create art. And if you get into the habit of creating art for Instagram every single day, you limit yourself in your own growth, because you could post work in progress images. You can basically work on something for a year and you could post a progress image, and some people are doing it, but most of the people, they want to show final work, and they really want to to present themselves as good as they can, what is not a bad thing, you know. But when it comes to really grow as an artist on Instagram, there are really a lot of things to consider. And I actually wrote this down as a possible YouTube episode. I definitely want to talk about that in the YouTube episode, because I have a lot of questions also on Instagram where people ask how to get views as an artist, because it's really, really hard those days. And it was already hard when I started. Like, there's so many artists on Instagram, and really like getting people to follow you is really, really hard. And at some time you really have to stand out with your art. So I would always suggest, don't think so much about that, like getting followers and stuff. Start with Instagram and post stuff if you want. Don't feel forced to do it. But start with that. It's also good. It's also good for your career and your visibility, and that's something which is just now normal for artists, basically, because you promote your stuff on the internet mostly. So working on your presence is good, but for me, for example, it took years to go to the amount of followers I have at the moment. I don't know where I'm at, but I think I was at least a year or 2 years on Instagram, and like the people who followed me, like it was very slow in the beginning. So I was on 700 followers or 300 followers for a long time, and then I post a little bit more, and then I post a little bit less again, and it was like a constant growth process, like and it was always changing. And then I stopped thinking about to post stuff for my social media. I just created art for myself, and every time something was finished, I just posted it. So yeah, just don't try to let social media or social media growth or likes on Instagram, don't get discouraged because you post something and nobody likes it on Instagram, you know, because there will always be someone who likes the stuff you do. But first of all, you should be the first person who likes the stuff you do, you know. Don't care about what other people like or what they don't like. Do art you like, and don't think so much. That's why social media can be so toxic for an artist, because someone posts stuff and then they don't get many likes, and then they ask themselves, oh, why do people don't like it? I like that image, why don't people like that, you know? So it's a really big topic also, and I feel like this needs also more attention, this topic. But yeah, that's what I would say. I hope that helps. Thanks to Doris. Yeah, I've had a very nice reference. Yeah, again, Vuga is a really great company. Also, if you want to, I think if you want to set a foot into the entertainment industry, it's a really great company. But also, Vuga as a company is, they treat their employees very well, and also the people who work there, they're just such nice people, and it's just, I don't know, you just enjoy to work with them. That's very important also. So maybe you can take a look. Hey, Epic Thunder. Can you watch me? Maybe later, yeah. I don't know. I have to do a lot of work. Okay, Pablo, do you take the lead on the merchandise channel, merchandise store? We have to talk about commissions then, right? Yeah, yeah. Use the Instagram thing like a diary. That's good. Like, really documenting over showing the things. You know, that's like, if you want to see your progress, then that's totally fine. And if you also like grow some sort of like follower base, that's also fine simultaneously. But just don't get forced by all that jazz to do certain art things or do not certain art things. Yeah, but you have to wait a little bit longer because I have actually a big list of YouTube videos I want to do, and I planned already for next year. But first of all, after this, I take my break, and yeah. So you have to wait a bit. What do you mean? When you watch the vlog or when you watch the live stream? But awesome to hear that. Yeah, true. The challenges Ahmed make are really good. I also did, I think I did his challenges twice already. And it's also very refreshing sometimes. And it's cool that you don't have to think so much about what to draw. You basically get the outline for the challenge, and then you're basically just executing and try to grow with it. What drawing ability I would like to improve on in my art? Definitely drawing characters digitally, or just drawing full figures in a solid pose, because I think that's definitely something I would like to improve on. That's also the reason why I took the character design class, and I already improved on that in the class, because I just had to do character drawings to a certain finish, you know, like having the situation that you're forced to do that. That's just good, and that's really something I still want to get better. But also, I think drawing in general is something you can always improve on. So, but you said drawing ability, so like, I don't know, drawing ability. Yeah, definitely drawing characters. I mean, I really enjoy drawing faces and stuff, but it's also a little bit my comfort zone. So I tried to stay away from drawing too many faces recently. Also, every time I did a character design for the class, I left a face at last, and I did not spend so much time on the face, just to focus on the other stuff. Like, anatomy is also a nuts hell, so that's something you can always work on. What are the things you want to work on, Alexandra? That's awesome, Elise. Thanks for the support also. Yeah, Celine, you know, I did the I had the experience, or I made the experience that nowadays I try to work on as much things I can do, and then maybe try to make a lot of posts out of the artwork I did. So let's say you work on 5 pieces, I try to really do work in progress posts or something, really thinking about, okay, how can I stretch them on more posts, because Instagram is mostly just for like how often do you post, and the more regular you post, the more visibility you get. That's why it really makes sense to do that. But also again, like, you know, in the beginning when I post stuff, I was like about posting stuff on Instagram because I really wanted to get more followers and stuff. But then at some point I was like, why do I do that, you know? Do I really care about Instagram and stuff? And nowadays I use Instagram just as communication tool. Like people asking questions, and people sending me DMs, and I do an Insta story and say I'm live and stuff. For that it's really powerful, and that's good also. But that's also why I created the community on Discord, because I wanted to go a little bit away from all the Instagram stuff. And also, as you saw, maybe they changed the whole Instagram layout again. Like now they have this shop and everything. I really don't understand why they did that. Also that they forced the people to have the shop in the interface now, and I don't know. It's really it's really the wrong direction if you ask me. But I don't work there, so what can I say? Do you still do anatomy studies, or is it somewhat consolidated after some time? I still do anatomy studies, and the thing is, every time I don't do characters or anatomy or whatever, and I come back to that, I have to do studies again, because you get so rusty with this stuff. That's really annoying about anatomy, so I do them always. Hey Abminos, welcome to the Twitch stream. Happy to see you here. Did you see the Stonehouse anatomy book? Stonehouse? No, I don't. I will write that down. I will look that up. What's so cool about it? Your landscape abilities, Alexandra. What are you doing for practice? How do you work at the moment on your landscape abilities? Maybe I can give you advice on practice. But that's awesome, Hakim. I mean, if it helps you, that's great. Ah, you couldn't! Damn! Sorry. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually remember how it was for me when I started. You know, when I started with drawing and painting, I always had my own voice in my head who told me I'm shit. So I knew I was shit. Oh, I can't say that here on the stream. Damn it, I did it again. So I knew I was bad. But I enjoy the habit of learning so much, and I realized very, very fast that it's about the habit you create and about getting better over time. So if you work on yourself over years, you will get better, and drawing and painting is just a craft. So I never had something like imposter syndrome. No, never. But yeah, the thing is, that's again like Instagram and stuff. those are the reasons for getting those things at the end. So at the end, you know, you have to like your stuff. And if you don't like your stuff, trust me, there is at least 1 or 2 persons who like your stuff, like who enjoy your artwork. Because there's so many people out there and so many people who enjoy different types of stuff, you know. And maybe you enjoy stuff I don't enjoy, but that doesn't matter, because you have to enjoy that, and there will be another person who likes it. And you should not post artwork to get likes, and you should not post artwork to you know, that's also, I talked with that with my buddy yesterday. Like when we as a kid, you know, when you draw something or paint something, for most of the kids, maybe not for all the kids, but most of the kids, when they draw and paint something, they go to their parents and they say, Daddy, Mommy, look what I just drew or painted. And we want that recognition, and we want this, we want that someone tells us, you did great, or what a nice drawing, what a nice painting, and you want to shoulder tap, right? But you shouldn't, and my opinion, that's just my personal opinion, you shouldn't post on social media to get this shoulder tap, you know? And that's basically the like, you know, when someone likes, you get this invisible shoulder tap. But that shouldn't be the reason to post, because you have nothing from it. In the beginning, you have this positive feeling and the rush. You post something, you have 50 likes, and you're like, oh, 50 people liked my work. Next day, you post something, 60 people like my work. Oh, nice. Then you post something which you really put a lot of time in on the third day. Maybe it was the wrong time to post, and the algorithm don't like you, and you took the wrong format or whatever. And then maybe 16 people only liked the image, and then you're like devastated. You're like, oh, I put so much time in it, nobody likes it. And then also the whole imposter syndrome comes again, and all the negative thoughts and stuff. And it's just a trap, you know, it's just a trap. And when you post again and again and again, and you get like, you reach the point where you get 500 likes, 1000 likes, and you see every time you open Instagram and you get like 10 more likes, 15 more likes, at the end, they mean nothing anymore at the end. Because, I mean, it's nice that someone who maybe you admire, like Scott Robertson or, I don't know, Kim Young-ji, or if someone likes your artwork, that is like, ooh, this artist who you really look up to maybe likes your artwork. That's a good thing, but that's only good for this moment, you know, for this short moment, because at the end it doesn't mean anything if someone likes it or not, because at the end you have to enjoy the process, you know. I mean, I talked now a lot about that, but that's really my main message. You should enjoy the process of doing art, creating art, and learning, you know. Enjoy the process of making art. Don't try to enjoy having a final result and showing it to people and getting recognition and getting the invisible shoulder tap. Because if you get out of all that stuff, you're completely free, you know, then your mind is free and you don't think about that stuff anymore. And then you're not interested about getting 100 likes or 10,000 likes, because there are so many people out there who just started Instagram very early or early enough, and they understand the principle of Instagram, and they post and post and post, and the algorithm basically just show their stuff all over Instagram just because they post regular, and they have maybe a bigger following already, and that's just an automatic process of growing now. But maybe their artwork or the work they do is not so solid as yours or everyone else. Maybe you don't like the stuff they do, but somebody somewhere likes it, you know. So that's why the comparison stuff is also so toxic for your identity. When you start to compare, and then again, imposter syndrome hits you again, because you start to compare yourself with other artists and stuff. So yeah, really, I know it's a really hard thing to do, but try to step back and reflect on yourself and ask yourself, do I really care about if person X, Y, Z from Instagram likes my stuff, comments my stuff, shares my stuff, follows me? Do you really care about that? Because it's just a person you actually do not really know, you know? Yeah. Alexandra said composition. Sorry, I just talked about so much. You want to work on your composition skills? Yeah. So, Alexandra, can you elaborate on what you do at the moment for practicing on that? Nice, Tommy. Nice. I will definitely check out the book, Abinus. 1,500 illustrations. Holy macaroni. Yeah, strike 2 for the S word. Yeah, absolutely. Parents should praise the child for the work and the time you put into work, not how beautiful. Yeah, that's right, Sudurus. I heard the same thing. Yeah, that's, you nailed it. It's about the process, that the child understand it, that they took the time of working on the stuff, not on the final image. Yeah, I'm sorry, Elusive. It's such a broad topic, and it's a big topic, and I was lucky that I was never so attached to all that, you know, because yeah, it maybe sounds cheesy, but I don't really care about what people think about the stuff I do, because if I would care about the stuff I do, what people think about the stuff I do, I would not be at the point here where I am right now, because when I started to draw and paint, I don't know, my family was super nice and nobody said something, but I saw how they looked at the stuff I did, and it was reasonable because all the stuff I did looked bad. So you know, and if you would listen to the people, or if I would listen or would care about that too much, I would not be here doing art, and I just found it for myself, the passion for it, you know. So yeah, so I don't really give about what other people think, and you also shouldn't when it comes to your art, you know. Tonal composition sketches is what I do, just 3 to 5 tones, trying not to use color and make focus on the image. But that sounds pretty good. Do you do that every day? And also, if you, I mean, you said composition, right? So, do you know what you want to achieve with the images you want to create? Do you want to do, I don't know, just fantasy landscape paintings? Do you want to do illustrations for a certain direction? I don't know, do you want to do Sid Mead-like paintings? Because if you know that, then you can also turn your practice and your focus of your practice into the direction of that, you know? And by the way, I don't know if you have the book, but Framed Ink, it's called the book. It's on Amazon. It's super cheap. I think it's like $20. Absolutely #1 recommendation when it comes to composition. Sorry guys, it was just my cute girlfriend reminding me I should eat something, because I haven't had any food. And when I work, I completely forget to eat. Hey Pavel, yeah man, thanks for joining the stream so long. Also, thanks for joining the stream, and happy that you took some time to join us. And yeah, you're always welcome. And again, I think about the merch store, right? You will be my store. You will be my merch store leader, Pavel. I keep that in the back of my head. Have a nice evening, Pavel. Hakim, the name of the book was Framed Ink. Yeah, Alexandra posted in the chat. What time is it actually? Oh, it's already 10. Ay. Time flew by. Pavel, was just a joke. Don't feel forced to be my merch manager. Thanks for joining. But I liked how we progressed. Actually, we got a little bit done, definitely, on that. Boy. It still needs a little bit more work. But I also feel like I should also take a little bit of longer break before I continue to work. I will definitely do a night shift tonight again. But yeah. Again, we will also, guys, we're gonna have a second stream this week. I'm just not sure if it will be tomorrow or if it will be on Friday. I have to see how far I progress with all the other stuff. Yeah. But I think for today, I would actually call it a stream, because we already 2 hours and 45 minutes on the stream, I think. With the broken part in the beginning where I had to restart the stream. Yeah, it was a fun stream again, guys. Thanks everyone for joining the stream. Again, it's the last week of the Brainstorm School project, so we will continue to work on the form language and the character design projects. Presentation for form language is on Saturday, the other one is on Monday. I will be very busy this week again until everything is done, and then comes the final presentation episode for the whole journey to round it up, where I want to show also the presentations of all the students, because everyone did such an amazing job. And yeah, and that's the plan for the next couple, for this week and the next week, definitely. And after that, I will definitely gonna take a break. Likewise, Claudia. Also, take care and have a nice day. You too, Abminus. Have a nice evening. I appreciate you having you here. And also make sure to, if you're not joined our Discord community, feel free to join our Discord community. You can share your artwork there. You can share, if you have questions, if you want to talk about art. There are a lot of people who are starting already to sharing everything, which I really enjoy. So feel free to do that. That's awesome to hear, Elise, and thanks for asking all the questions and those valuable, interesting questions. They were really cool. Awesome. Thanks for joining, everyone, and I wish you guys an awesome day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Take care, guys. Stay healthy, and have fun drawing and painting, and see you guys on the next stream in tomorrow or in 2 days. Take care, guys. Bye bye.